guys, it's MegaBlitz back, and today's video is, well, it's going to be a little bit different, because today's video is about, it's about me. I'm going to just talk about how I got into Pokemon, how Pokemon's affected my childhood, and my adult life growing up, and just about like my upbringing a little bit, other hobbies and stuff I had growing up as a kid, or have had in my young adult life. And the reason I started making content and just other random fun facts, you know, it's kind of nice to sit here and recollect and think about all the different things that I've done growing up as a kid and just share with you guys a little bit more about myself. You know, with being a newer content creator, I feel like it's important to make this video so I can connect with you guys a little bit more. And so I hope you guys enjoy it, and leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below, just some random fun fact about yourself. You know, I want to get to know you guys a little bit more, and I think it could be a fun way to start that. So let's just jump right into the video. Alrighty, guys. So first off, let me just start off with my first name. My first name is Lloyd Rule, and yeah. So this slideshow here is just all about Lloyd Rule, aka MegaBlitz. Where it all started for me. So, for those that don't know, I live in northwestern Pennsylvania. I've lived here my entire life. I work at a local game store. I've had tons of different jobs before that. I worked at machine factories. I was a cook at a bar for a while. I was a janitor at a bar for a while. And, I don't know. I really didn't like either of the jobs I was doing. And I was like, you know what? I want to go do a job that I actually enjoy. So I had gotten hired at the local game store in the town that I live in. And my job title is Pokemon Master. I'm the guy that handles a lot of the Pokemon stuff behind the scenes. And with the knowledge that I have about the game and about cards and stuff, I've really taken the front charge of all that. And then you see a picture of me there playing in a cup. That was about a month ago. And I went 3-3, I played Arctina, I had a blast, I had tons of fun, I got to meet all kinds of cool people, and it was an experience that was just incredible. I never really thought that I would have as much fun playing at local events as I do. I never really thought that playing local events would be as thrilling and as exciting as they are. And then you see a Fatal Push there. So I did play Magic the Gathering first. That was the first card game I had played. And as you can see on my shirt, Scar, the card is altered to Scar pushing Mufasa off a cliff. My favorite movie is The Lion King, the original one. I love the movie so much. I watched it all the time growing up as a kid. My favorite animal is the lion. So just growing up and into my adult life, it still has stayed my favorite movie. So I had gotten Fatal Pushes altered for my birthday from one of my close friends, and there are cards that I will cherish forever. They're the only few cards I still have left of all the Magic the Gathering stuff I had owned. I pretty much had sold and got rid of everything else when I transitioned into Pokemon. I played Magic from, I don't know, late 2016, early 2017 to about 2020, and had transitioned into Pokemon like 2 months before COVID had started, and kind of just stuck with Pokemon all the way through COVID. And then you see a Pokemon Ruby version down there, and that is the first video game I ever had owned of Pokemon. And I got it in a very unconventional way. So I'm one of 5 kids. My family's pretty big, and my 2 older brothers had gotten Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Emerald. And I did not get a Pokemon game because my parents were like, I don't want to buy you the game. You're still really young. We don't really know if you're going to like Pokemon as much as you do right now. And we don't want to spend the whatever it was, $50 or $40 in the game when it had come out. So being one of 5 kids, and I had 2 older brothers, an older sister, and a younger sister. And we would pick on each other as you always do. But my parents had a rule where anytime somebody would get picked on and get caught, you would get to take something. It had to be like an excessive amount. So I had interrogated and just pushed and prodded and just really instigated my brother into doing something to me, picking on me, bullying me, shoving me, whatever I needed to get done so I could get that Pokemon game. And he had gotten caught by my parents, and I got to go take whatever I wanted out of his room. And that was the rule. And I walked in and I immediately grabbed the Pokemon Ruby version right out of his Game Boy. deleted the save file, and started playing. And I had tried to ask him for help because I couldn't figure out how to get out of Little Root Town. I didn't know what to do. So by the time I actually figured it out, I had a Blaziken that was level like 37 before I ever even left like the little starting area. So playing through that game was definitely something and very entertaining. And that's kind of how it all really started. Other things I've done, you can see the picture below me. I ran cross country for quite some time, from like 4th grade all the way up until I think 8th or 9th grade in high school. I did pretty okay. I got medals and stuff a lot of the times in the smaller years that I did it. I qualified for states my freshman year, and it was a blast. I had tons of fun, but I kind of had fallen out of love with it. It just didn't really stick to me, and I had transitioned into football, which you can see to the picture next to it. I am number 3 in the middle there. That was the senior night, our homecoming game, and I don't know. I played football my junior and my senior year of high school, and it was tons of fun. I had a blast. I played the wide receiver position, and I was backup quarterback. I also played the free safety position as well. It was tons of fun, and just being a natural athlete and having all these things that I was able to do, it was a good time. And you can see the picture above that is me driving a fire truck. So I was a volunteer firefighter for a handful of years growing up as a kid. My dad was a volunteer firefighter and still is to this day. At the town I grew up in, and I had tons of fun. It was a blast, and I got to make all kinds of cool memories. I got to experience things that I'll probably never get to experience again, but I ended up just going a different direction. When I had moved out of my parents' house, I was too far away from the fire department to ever make any calls or really any trainings. I live about 30 minutes away now from that fire hall. So I kind of ended up just never finding a different fire hall to belong to or go to. But that's okay. And then you can see the picture next to it is young me standing next to some cages. I did 4-H growing up as a kid for rabbits. I did that for about 9 years. It was fun. I made tons of cool friends. I had tons of cool memories doing it. It was something that my family got to do. My sister and I did it, and my stepmom as well also did it. And it was cool. I loved it. I had fun, and it just kind of ended up falling out for me as I got older. It really just started to be too much trying to run cross country or play football and do the fire hall stuff and do 4-H. Trying to do all that at once was a lot, and I had gotten my first job when I was 13 working on a farm. So trying to juggle all those things was really difficult. I never really had much of a social life. It was kind of just online most of the time, playing like Call of Duty and things of that nature. And then you see in the last picture in the corner is me wearing my varsity jacket that I had earned my junior year, I believe, of high school. And then the year I graduated, which is 2017, and the Pokemon shirt kind of tucked underneath it a little bit. You see Bulbasaur's head's poking out there. My senior year, I had really come out of my shell and really started to figure out the person I wanted to be. And I started just to kind of embrace my hobbies that I had. I had kept Pokemon kind of a secret from everybody. Nerds weren't really very popular at my school. I went to a very jock-heavy school where sports was kind of the thing, or fishing and hunting, and nerd culture wasn't quite a thing. So I kind of kept it to myself so I didn't get picked on or had the chance to get picked on or anything. But my senior year, I was like, you know what? I'm never going to see these people again, probably. I have absolutely zero interest in going to my high school reunion. So, hey, now is the time. So we did it then. So the next line here is just other random interesting facts. So you see the picture below me. There's actually 2 pictures. A picture of my dog, which you've probably seen in some of my streams or the YouTube videos that I've already posted. Her name is Molly. I've had her for about 8 years now. She's been through so much with me. I've had her for so long, and she is an incredible dog. And then you see a little picture of a little frog. So he's actually about triple that size now. His name is Houdini. I got my Pac-Man frog on my 18th birthday. I had owned a bearded dragon before that, and just was a lot to take care of, and I didn't really understand what I was doing, and I wanted to let him have a better life. So that's just what it ended up being. And I got that Pac-Man frog later. They're a little easier to take care of. They don't kind of do anything. You can actually kind of see them back there in that corner. That's this little cubby hole over there. And in the picture in the middle, you see me getting ready to go to a Pittsburgh Steelers game with my girlfriend. I'm a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I've been a Pittsburgh Steelers fan my entire life growing up. And that was the first game I ever got to go to. My hair is really long in that picture. So I have donated my hair a couple times now. I love doing it, and I always want to just try to give something that I have to someone that doesn't have it, and it does feel really good. So I've donated my hair 2 times now to a organization that helps kids with cancer have wigs. So they have hair, so they don't feel neglected or anything or separated from the rest of the world. So that is the company and the organization that I chose to donate to, and that's how they do their thing. And it was a blast. Palace and I have gone to many different things, and we have gone to Pokemon Regionals together, and it was a blast. We have gone to that Pittsburgh Steelers game, and it was a blast. Tons of just different adventures we've gone on, and truly, I wouldn't pick anyone else to go with. And then you see this demon up here in the right-hand corner. So I've played World of Warcraft now for about 10 years off and on, and I've recently actually just gotten out of it. I've really lost a lot of interest in playing World of Warcraft. You can actually see here on my forearm, I have a World of Warcraft tattoo. And the class that I decided to play was Havoc Demon Hunter, and it's a fun class, and I loved it, and I loved WoW. When I did play, I took it very seriously for a long time and took the game to heart. I played a lot of the end game content to a very serious degree, but as I've kind of gotten older, it's something that I'd rather play casually if I ever play it, and for now, the way the game's going, I have no interest in playing at all. And then below that you see Pyroar. Pyroar is my favorite Pokemon. My favorite animal is a lion. I'm born in August, which makes me a Leo, and I love Pyroar. One of my favorite villain characters in any Pokemon game is Lysander. My favorite video game to play through is X and Y, because Mega Evolutions were my favorite, hence is where MegaBlitz came from, because I love Mega Evolutions. They're great. And I have a tattoo of my nickname here on my bicep, which is Blitz. So we kind of just mashed them together, and that's how MegaBlitz came to be. That's kind of where the name came from. So, yeah. Let's jump into the last slide. Why I started making content. I started making content because, well, first and foremost, it's fun. I have a blast doing this. It's so much fun just sharing the knowledge that I have of things or learning different things and just having fun. I love editing videos and stuff. I've loved streaming on Twitch. It's so much fun. I have tons of fun doing it, and I love it. I love being able to connect with you guys in a different way and being able to just have a common interest. Like I said, growing up through high school and stuff, no one really played Pokemon in the school I went to, so I was kind of a loner. No one really played Pokemon. No one really cared about it, so it was kind of just me. I was the only person that wore Pokemon shirts or cared about Pokemon in the school I went at. My school is very small. My graduating class was only like 72 kids. And yeah, I don't know. So let's just jump right into that outro. Alrighty, guys. And that is the video, just about me, learning about me. And I want to learn more about you guys. So just drop a comment below. Just tell me something interesting. Tell me when you started playing Pokemon, or what your first video game was of Pokemon, or what your favorite Pokemon is, or anything. A sport you did at high school, or another activity you had that was pretty meaningful in your life. Just anything. So yeah, drop a comment down below and just give me something interesting. And don't forget to leave a like and smash that subscribe button and hit the little dingy bell. And thank you so much, guys. I'm really excited for the future of the channel, and I'm really excited to get to know all you guys better and just watch the community grow. I'm super excited. And thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.